Andrew Ross from JoeMedia.net here with Justin Nizuka. How are you, my friend?
I'm wonderful, my brother. How about you?
I'm doing great, bro, man. So, you've just been nominated with some heavy hitters at the Junos here. And tell me about that. How does it feel?
It feels really cool, man. It feels wonderful. Wonderful. It's a cool award, and it's cool to be up with Neil Young against Neil Young and Sarah Harmer, some really wonderful artists.
You're in with good company.
Wow.
So Neil Young.
Wow, that's amazing.
Your album's called UI, Wind, Land, and Sea, right?
Yeah.
And so tell me about your writing process and what was it like writing and recording this album? What was it like for you?
Well, I would say it's mixed. It's a mix between ego and a mix between spirit, man. It's a mix between the two. Songs from when I was younger, a few years ago, and songs that were more recent. And I'd say it's an expression of the times, man. And the times were kind of hectic, wonderful, warm, also, So, yeah, man, it's a warm album. I think it's warm.
Nice. One of the tracks on your first album, actually, that I enjoy listening to, it's we were speaking about it earlier. What was
After
it called?
Tonight? Yeah, you were talking about After Tonight.
Okay, let me start over again with that part. So one of the tracks on your first album, actually, that I really enjoy is called After Tonight. Now, tell me about that song, and what were you thinking about when you were writing it? Did it first start as a riff, or did it start as like
a riff? It started as a riff that was just kind of created. I was walking outside and it just came to me, and I was singing that riff a lot, and it became like the end section of another song, and I took it into the structure of After Tonight, and it's actually wonderful because I share that song with Hayden Neal.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, man. So we did that song together. We finished it together, and so yeah, it kind of is a song from different places in my life, and collaboration with Hayden Neal.
That was just such a sad story with Hayden. A lot of you might know Hayden Neal was the lead singer of Jack Soul, and he recently passed away. Just Google Hayden Neal and Jack Soul, and this guy has got a story.
Man, I didn't realize how powerful his music was. Like I heard his songs recent when I knew him, when I met him, but I grew up listening to his music, and I didn't really know that until after he passed away. And I'm listening to these songs that were playing at the ceremony, the performance that we did together, and this song. There's a few songs that were really powerful.
Can't Stop Loving
You. Yeah, man. Like that song is like,
I actually met him. I had the pleasure of meeting him once at Canadian Music Week 2007, and he had a cold at the time, and he's just such a nice guy. Like you meet a lot of people in the industry, and like some people are kind of like distant, and some have big egos, and he was just such a down to earth guy, and you just feel it coming off him, and I guess God rest his soul. So
definitely, man.
Like it must have been a pleasure to work with him.
It really is, man. It really is.
Yeah. So
share that song with him.
You also recently won an award in Mid-Em, France.
Yeah.
So you want to tell me about that?
Well, I won an award with an artist named Zaho, who's an artist from Montreal, a French artist, and she sang with me on a song that I wrote with my brother, which is called Heartless. And I shared that with my brother Christian. And so we won the collaboration of the year at the NRJ Awards. So it was wonderful, man.
So speaking of your brothers, you have two brothers. And
I have a bunch of brothers,
music.
man. I have tons.
So how many brothers do you have?
I got about 4 brothers.
Okay. And so it's safe to say there's 3 of them at least who are into music.
Everybody's.
I guess
into
you've
music.
all inspired each other.
Definitely,
one way or another.
Exactly.
Yeah. Your little brother George, right?
Older brother, yeah.
He's your older brother.
Yeah, my brother George.
Okay, so your brother George is he's like a pop star. And
he's an artist, man. George is an artist.
He can dance. He can.
He can really write music, and he's writing songs right now for his next album. And he's a powerful soul, man. He's a powerful soul. He's been spending some time in the countryside, getting in touch with his heart, And you know, when he writes from his heart, it's power. So his next album is gonna be power, man.
You know, just talking to you, I can tell, like, I can feel like a spiritual energy, you know? Like, you remind me of a friend of mine, actually, who's like, you know what I mean, into yoga and whatnot. And basically, that's cool, man. It's like music is, you know, like music comes from the soul, comes from the heart.
It does, man.
Like,
life comes from the soul, man.
that's one thing that
You know?
kind of gets me with today's music. Like, a lot of it is like just, you know, packaged pop stuff, just like formulated to sell.
Man.
You know what
I mean, look at the world, though, brother. I mean, you look around and you see, you know, the state of the world. Watch The Matrix again, you know, it says it so clear, you know. Everyone's living in this illusion that's glamorous and wonderful, but if you really look at it for what it is, it's dark, and it's not life, you know, it's an illusion. So, but that, I mean, that's, you know, but music, when you can get in touch with it, and I'm really trying to practice that, man, and with life, is trying to get in touch with the source, get in touch with life, you know, on a deeper level, and then, you know, and then we're powerful when we get in touch with that source, you know. So
yeah, it's one thing. I'm a musician myself as well, and it's one thing that I find, just, you know, when you pick up that instrument, for me it's guitar. When I pick up my guitar, for the time that I'm playing and jamming, it's like, you know, it's just flowing through you, and you just don't think of anything else. And it's like the same thing with listening to a good song or you know, good albums. Just laying there with headphones on and just soaking it in. It's like music brings you to a place that nothing else really
definitely can.
It just transcends everything.
Magic,
you know?
man. So much magic.
Yeah, it is. And music is one of those things. It's like music. It's backwards compatible with everything. Like movies, for example. You know, a movie wouldn't be a movie without music.
It's true.
Right?
Dance.
And music is like the soundtrack to our lives. You know, people drive and listen to music. You know, music is like always on. Like if you're at the cottage, people have the stereo on.
Yeah, you got the music playing right now.
Exactly, right? So it's like
set the mood.
Yeah, I don't understand people who don't, you know, like, they claim that they don't like music. I wonder if they actually don't like music. Like,
Well, possibly. I mean, like, I don't like a lot of music, you know.
no, but I mean, like, some people just
Don't get into
they
it.
can take it or leave
They
it.
don't
Like,
get
they
into
don't buy
it.
albums, they don't listen to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Some people. I mean, I think some people are just in a different kind of state. Maybe they're just not, maybe they just, you know, maybe they're into other things like running or like.
See how the
swimming
music
or
stopped
something.
now and it feels different.
Yeah, you hear the silence,
so-
but sometimes it's nicer to hear nothing, man. Like, I find like sometimes the music that's playing is like, it just sounds obnoxious, and it actually is sending a negative vibration that just doesn't feel right, doesn't feel natural, doesn't feel comfortable, you know.
Yeah. Sure. We have to wrap it up because
man.
there are a lot of other people who want to talk with him. Anyways,
Thank you, brother.
all the best,
Appreciate it.
Justin.
Yeah, my brother.
Cool, man. See you later.